Good afternoon. It's Quant Trade Edge. The market is now closed. I just wanted to go over the earlier video with SMCI and show you how it played out. So there we go. So again, the concept was SMCI is a day two runner, which means it ran hard on Friday, and we were looking for the pullback into Friday's range to buy. And I just drew some very simple support and resistance levels. This was the low of the, last hour there, that move. This here was the high of the morning move. So on Friday, you kind of had this vertical rise, and the first time it pulled back was right here. This was the low of that move. These were just a couple of minor levels inside that. And really what I just had done was I had a inverted pyramid. I didn't use this one. It was too close to the prior day high. That in here. And so I was just scaling in over here, and I got filled here, did not get these. That's okay. In fact, at the time we were recording the video was the exact bottom. And what I mentioned there was that this looked like a flat flag. And I've got it extremely stretched out here, but when you look at it in the context of the day's action, how big that is, how big this move up, how big that flag would be, this is a pretty flat flag, broke down, immediately within 3 bars took out the high, within a few more bars took out the high of the entire range there. So that in retrospect, I guess we called it before it happened, but also in retrospect, that is a flat flag breakdown failure. So this was the perfect place to be loading. And then it's just a matter of where do you get out. I used just a basic Fibonacci from the top, and I think it was the 38.2 that had some interesting resistance there. There we go here. So, no, I'm sorry, that's 50. This was 38.2. So this level here was the first place I got out. And then for the second level, let's go back to the 5-minute. I was just looking for us to go back and tag the first 5-minute bar. So the first 5-minute bar low was 450.21. So I put my order in below 450 because that's a round number. And we got it a couple of times. I think I used 449.49, so I would have got it here. And you had that little pop there. So that's just how we do it. Watch the Taiwan Semiconductor example, TSM. TSM was, did the exact same thing, and we recorded that trade live in terms of entering before the market opened, getting our fills, getting our exit. And again, the key difference between that trade and this trade was that right around the open is when that trade went down and filled, which meant it was kind of part of the opening volatility, which would then quickly go make new highs. This was different because it took over an hour to get down there, so it was going to range out a lot more. But still, when you look at this low was 410.19, my fill there was 410.28, and we got as high as 450. So that's pretty good range and volatility. That's $40. That's almost 10% on this stock, which isn't a microcap. It's a pretty good liquid name. So anyway, just follow up on the trade in SMCI. I'll link the earlier video. Excuse me. I'll link the earlier video in there, and I'll also link the Taiwan Semiconductor because they're all kind of similar trades. So you can get some reinforcement of that type of trade. Have a good evening.